Welcome back. Well, you've worked hard, you've saved responsibly, and now you want to retire, but you want to retire early. So what do you do? Well, joining us once again is Jacksonville's retirement coach, Adam Wolf. He is here with some insider tips. He's one of the area's leading financial advisors. He joins us every Tuesday here on First Coast Living. So let's dive into it, because this is a question you say from your clients quite a bit. They've been saving up, but they want to retire early. So first of all, what do you have as far as recommendations for somebody who's thinking about, let's quit the workforce sooner rather than later?
Yeah, there's some folks out there to say, I want to retire early, and that's tomorrow. They're 40 years old. I'll say, we want to put the brakes on and let's think about this before that happens. Most folks that I meet with who are nearing retirement or getting close to retirement are starting to think of it, in their 50s. A lot of people have that 65 in their mind or 62, but early for a lot of folks is 60 or 62. That is based on the fact of being able to access the majority of their money, which is typically in tax-deferred accounts or employer plans where there may be penalties or tax penalties for accessing your money early.
Well, let's talk about that, because a lot of the accounts are set up 59.5 or whatever, that if you access the money beforehand, that you do pay a penalty. And so that puts a lot of people, puts the brakes on it. Is there a way to access that money beforehand without having to pay the penalty? Yeah,
so, one of those ages that the IRS came up with is age 59.5. Why the heck they did that?
The IRS,
Who the
Adam,
heck?
come on.
Exactly. I've been talking about that for a couple of years now. But the 59.5 rule is they basically penalize you and add a 10% penalty for the majority of folks who try to take their money out of their plans. There is one rule within the IRS tax code and within a lot of 401k plans or 403b plans that allow you to move your money or roll over your money while you're still working from your 401k into your own IRA to control it yourself. And almost 9 times out of 10, when I work with folks and I'm meeting with folks who want to retire early and want to start to stage those retirement retirement assets for the future and control it themselves and have the flexibility, it makes a lot of sense to look at that option.
So that is a way to then avoid the penalty by then rolling it over.
You avoid the penalty. Now, anytime you take your money out of those plans, you're taxed on it. But if you're not working and not having that income coming in, this is now your new income, so your taxes shouldn't be that bad.
Okay, all right. What other advice would you say do you have to people if they want to retire early, that they should be thinking about now? Maybe they're in their 50s or maybe early 60s, whatever. What do you think they need to be thinking about?
One of the big ones is Social Security. Full retirement age for most folks is either 66 to 67 years old, but they can access Social Security early at a discount at age 62, and that's the earliest for most folks. So, a lot of times the math says, you're going to live a long time, you want to take it a little bit later. But that is not always the case with everybody. So knowing what your number is, we can help our folks with that. And at age 62, it might make more sense. Also, pensions, if you still are lucky enough to have a pension and you worked your tail off your entire life for that pension, some pensions allow you to take it early, whether it's 60, 62 versus 65. And also some even have a lump sum option that allow you to control it and roll that money into your IRA. This stuff can be complicated.
You think?
And if you can basically make some mistakes that become tragic from a taxability and penalty perspective, so be careful out there.
And at the end of the day, you've spent however long putting this money away, and then to have the government come and take a nice big chunk out of everything that you've saved, that's not an enjoyable thing. So bottom line is, you say, speak to someone who does this on a day in and day out basis, someone such as yourself. And also, you've just opened an office in Clay County, is that right?
Sure, yeah, we just opened, we're actually opening it on Friday, and that's our new satellite office down in Clay County. I have our office next to the Mayo Clinic off of San Pablo and JTB, but the new office is open up for our Clay County folks and for folks on that side of the river.
Good deal. Good to see you, Adam.
Great to see you, Casey.
As always. And we'd like to thank Wolf Retirement Navigation, of course, for making this happen. If you and your spouse have talked about early retirement, Adam says he wants to make sure that you talk to a professional so you don't make any big mistakes that could hurt you in the long run. He has years of experience, he says, helping people with this very scenario. So you can give his office a call to help set up a retirement portfolio stress test to see where you stand with retirement. It is free of charge for viewers today who qualify. The number is not on your screen, but I'll give it to you. It's 904-232-8760, 232-8760, or you can always email this on the bottom of your screen, which is questions@jacksonvillesretirementcoach.com. They will get back to you there as well. And there's a number, right? Big.